Hello there YouTube, welcome back to another video. Black Powder update. What have I got for you today? Well, I have managed to finish my 2nd battalion of Middle Guard. Now these guys, I was originally going to make them the 2nd battalion of the 3rd Regiment, which would have been the 2nd battalion to the last unit that I did. But I decided to not do that, and they ended up becoming the single battalion of the 4th Regiment, which is the battalion which is kind of on its own. So basically, within the Middle Guard component of the division, you have the 3rd Regiment, which has 2 battalions, and you have the 4th Regiment, which has a single one. Now, here we have also the Colonel for this regiment. Now, if you recognise this horse, this is the one that I did in my horse painting tutorial with the completed figure. Now I'll tell you who this guy is. This is Marshal de Camp, Baron de Haret, or Haret. Now this guy, within the sort of the Imperial Guard, basically when you get into the regiment, you basically gain a rank. So the rank of Marshal de Camp is actually more equivalent to what we would call today a Brigadier General. However, they didn't really exist back in Napoleonic times, so the British actually had major generals commanding their battalions, but that's basically what the rank is equivalent to. But of course, in reality, this guy is actually a colonel, but because he's in the Imperial Guard, he's got that extra rank step up by 1, and that goes for all troops in the Imperial Guard. Not just the officers. So I'll give you a close look at this guy. So this is the Elite Miniatures mounted colonel that comes in the battalion box. It's a really nice figure. Looks really nice on a chestnut horse. I'm glad that I decided to go for that colour in the end. I tend to try not to use bays and chestnuts for officers if I can, but in this circumstance I think it suits them quite well. Now, just while we're on the subject of colonels, let me just show you the colonel that I've got that will become the figure that will become the colonel of my 3rd Regiment. So this is the front rank Middle Guard colonel, and he is a really nice figure. I'll try and bring him in close to the camera. I've actually got him glued. Hot glued onto the end of this scalpel here, because I find it quite a good way of painting these mounted figures. What I tend to do is just take the actual scalpel off, because I don't actually use this scalpel. I actually use Swan Morton scalpels. Try and find, oh, here we go. Here's one. I've actually got 3 of them. But yeah, Swan Norton. I've used them basically my whole life since I started modelling, and they come with like replaceable blades that snap on securely, and I've actually got a box of them here, which I've literally got like, I think I've only used like two pouches from it, so I've got loads and loads of blades. But yeah, so this is the actual mounted colonel figure. You can see that I've already undercoated him, and he's actually already got a base colour as white on there. And the horse, you can see where I had the colonel sat on him, has missed that part of undercoat, so I'll have to go back over that. But again, a really nice horse, again front rank, sort of trotting. I think that'll make a really nice colonel for the 3rd Regiment. So that is that. So let's slightly move the Marshal de Camp out of the way, and give you a closer look at the regiment here. So this is the Elite Miniatures Middle Guard. However, I have once again swapped out command figures. I didn't like the Middle Guard officers that came with the front rank or the Elite rank, the Elite Miniatures pack. They looked like they were singing. And I even tried converting a couple, or converting one rather, and I just couldn't get into a position that I liked. So I ended up saying to myself, well, even though front rank have only got one like command group pose, I really don't mind just getting in the front rank command group for them, and that's basically what I did. So these guys are all elite apart from 5 figures, which are the 4 command and the Sappuer at the back here, of which we'll actually show you in the first stand. So of course this is the stand that's normally the Grenadiers, because obviously it's a battalion of Grenadiers. You can see it's the front rank Sappuer, and the other 3 are the front rank, the Elite Minatures Middle Guard. Really nice figures. These are the 2 positions that you get within the box. So you get a guy wearing campaign trousers and a guy wearing the sort of pantaloons with the high knee gaiters. So that is those guys. And we have the middle rear company. Again, these guys took their time to paint, but they have got a lot of detail on the old Elite Minatures. They got the little white eagles on the backs of the turn backs of their coats. They got the cartridge box eagle, and of course the eagle on the helmet on the shakos. But they have actually got slightly smaller puffs on top of their shakos. I imagine these are probably the campaign ones, and the front rank have got the sort of dress ones. But yeah, really nice. Once again, quite impressed with the Elite Minatures. I'm definitely becoming a fan. Maybe not so much a fan of their weird way of having to keep looking at a pricing chart to find out the price of everything, because that's kind of old school. Got some of my new flowers as well on some of these bases that I picked up from eBay. A really nice vibrant bunches of flowers. I'll say if there's anything to sort of complain about is that they're actually quite big tufts, so you sort of struggle to get them onto an infantry base, but they are nice all the same. So that is the 3rd company there. Next up we have the drummer's base. Now I did really like the drummer that came in the Elite Miniatures box. Really nice, different unique pose. Again, they've got the slightly bluer tint, lighter blue tint to their uniform jackets, and of course the lighter blue on the drum as well for the middle guard. So that's the drummer. The NCO stand here. Now the NCO is actually a unique figure. He kind of blends in well with the rest of the unit, and he's quite hard to find if you sort of lose track of him. But he has actually got his own unique leg position and his own unique facial expression, which kind of you can tell him apart. But mixed in with the rank and file, he's actually quite hard to find. So I had to actually mark his the bottle top that I had him on so that I didn't lose him in the ranks. But yeah, just by fluke, these guys have got more or less 4 same position guys on there, because the sergeant's more or less in the same position as the other 3. But yeah, that's the NCO stand. And finally, the command. Let me tell you who commands this regiment. So this is the 1st Battalion of the 4th Regiment, and commanded by a Major Lafarge. So we'll start with the Fanion, GMB. This is the actual flag that they reckon that the middle guard carried. But of course I slightly changed the fact that I gave my 3rd Regiment, 1st Battalion, a smaller version of the guard flag, to give them some sort of prominence. But the other 2 battalions will have these fanions. Really nice little flags, and you can see immediately the front rank larger pom-poms but other than the larger pom-poms, these guys are more or less exactly in scale with the elite. So we have a high-ranking NCO, a Sergeant Major, as the Fanion holder, and we have a second Sergeant Major as the unit NCO, or the high-ranking NCO, and we have the Major and the Lieutenant, who's probably a Captain actually, because of course they sort of gain a rank. So this guy is a Captain who's become a Major, and this guy is probably a First Lieutenant who's become a Captain. Again, really nice figures, and although in theory all of my middle guard are going to have the same command, because they're all I'm basically using two of the battalions are front rank, and I got in front rank for these guys. But yeah, really chuffed with the way these guys turned out, and again really happy with the box of Elite Miniatures. Again, another unique unit of troops to add some difference to the army. And that kind of brings this video to an end. Very happy to have got these guys done. I'm literally now a single battalion and 2 batteries of cannon and a divisional commander away from completing these guys. So I'm getting close. Next up, I'm actually going to give these guys a little bit of a rest, and I'm going to start working on my first unit from the Household Cavalry Division, which will probably be the Blues. I think the Blues, because when I was sticking my Warlord plastics together, I basically stuck the wrong heads on, so I have to make these guys the Blues, or go back and swap 10 heads, which I can't really be bothered to do that, so they're going to become the Blues basically. Yeah, so until next time, I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.